Hi guys, Matt LUXTON here from Functionally Aware Fitness, based in Cornwall. Today I'm really lucky to be here with Oliver Townend, top international event rider. And I've just asked Oliver if he could just have a quick chat with us about horse riding in general, the fitness related, like what sort of muscles he feels are really important, and also a little bit about nutrition and basically how we can improve riding specific muscles and riding specific fitness. To get to where Oliver did. Thanks Oliver for taking some time.
No problem.
First thing really is sort of, perhaps if you could just introduce yourself. I mean, most people are going to know you, but if you could just give yourself just a little brief intro, perhaps your background.
Yeah, Oliver Townend. I'm an event rider. I've been on the British squad for the last few years, and I'm here down at Merle Valley Farmers through my sponsors Dodson and Horrell, and I have been asked to partake in this interview.
Oliver, what like for you, obviously being right at the top of the game, can you tell when you've been pretty good on the nutrition side, pretty good on the exercise side of things? Can you tell the difference?
Without doubt, things just become a lot easier when you have prepared, when you have been good, when you have sort of focused for a main event and actually put a bit more effort into the nutrition side of things. I really do feel that also it gives you a lot of confidence to ride better. It all comes hand in hand. Yeah,
and sort of knowing at the start line that you've covered every area. I mean, it's the same with any sport, but I think particularly in riding, when you're stood at the start line, it'll be quite fit. You're potentially quite fearful of a situation where you think that, crikey, I haven't done the best. You've definitely prepared your horse, but you know, if you've been lackadaisical perhaps with your nutrition and your exercise.
Yeah, I think that some people are lucky and some people aren't. At the end of the day, all that matters is that we get the best out of our horse and that we get the best result. And if the best result isn't achieved, then you have to start and look at why, and you'd be fairly mad with yourself, I think, if you didn't get that result that you wanted because you felt you weren't fit enough to ride the horse.
Yeah, and I think like you mentioned to me earlier on, we were having a chat, and you said about how when you went to Kentucky you were the lightest you ever were, and you know, you said you felt good for that, and you know, perhaps when you do put on a little bit more weight in the off season, you notice that you're a little bit different.
Yeah, definitely. I mean, I'm a rider that definitely has to be aware of what he eats and drinks, for sure, and it just makes such a huge difference, especially at top level when you're expecting the horses to give their all in terms of at the big 4-star events. You know, we're galloping 11 minutes over these solid obstacles, and it really is just, to me, as you've said, being stood on the start line thinking I've done all I can do. And I really don't think that I've ever gone to a top level event. Of course I worry about my weight, God, I'm going to be a bit too heavy for this, but I've done my bit and put effort into that side of things. And yeah, it's the big events that drive me to do that, but at the same time it just makes you feel like you ride so much better as well.
Yeah, and like for a lot of, perhaps yourself, like international event riders, but also for jockeys as well, you're under that same sort of metabolic demand, if you like, the energy systems that you need at the end of the ride. I mean, you're at the end of the day, you are responsible for keeping your horse on its feet, and it's got to get over that last fence. And if you're folding in the middle and you've lost everything here, your core strength, but because you're not fit enough to hold yourself in the right position. I think it was Jeanette Breakwell even said in one of her articles, she said how she kind of, you know, if you're leaning forwards going into a fence, you're not going to help your horse get over there.
Yeah, it's all about, as you've said, keeping your horse on its feet and getting the best out of them. And you certainly know over the last few fences at Badminton and Burley that you are getting tested.
Yeah.
And it also just helps hugely from a mental point of view. I think that it's so related, the bits between the fitness and the mental side of things, that you're actually positive enough to say, yeah, I am ready, and yeah, we are going to pick you up and put you over these last 2 fences, whatever it takes. And I'm very lucky from a strength point of view that I'm physically, naturally very strong, but at the same time lots of people aren't, and you do see people riding towards the end of a round badly because they are lacking in strength or lacking in fitness.
Yeah. So you do you feel that by adhering to a specific like equestrian program, specific fitness program, you feel that like for in general people would definitely benefit from?
Without doubt they'd benefit. It's just the difficulty with riders or professional riders especially is the time. You know, they ride 10, 12 horses a day,
Yeah.
and they are tired at the end of it, but if they've got a big event coming up or an event that's important to them, then without doubt I would recommend anybody to go down that route.
Yeah. And I mean, sort of making if that program is actually tailored to with it being equestrian specific, the sort of time frames that we're looking at, sort of 15 to 20 minutes a day.
Yeah.
Do you feel that's something that's realistic?
Oh, I mean, it's definitely realistic. You know, we all make time to watch our favourite TV programmes. So again, it all depends on how driven you are and how desperate you are to go to that competition and basically win. Yeah.
Awesome. But I mean, thanks very much for sort of doing that.
No
That was
problem.
awesome. I mean, hopefully that just gives you a little insight into perhaps one of the top international riders and how how Oliver sort of feels that fitness and nutrition, the two going together, will help you to be a more positive rider as well. So when you're in a situation that perhaps you're a little bit worried about, you're going to actually come through the other side of it because you're safe in the knowledge that you're strong enough, you're fit enough, and you've done everything you can to help your horse. And yeah, I think that's absolutely fantastic.
Brilliant.
Brilliant. Thank you very much, Oliver.
Thank
Really
you.
appreciate that.
Thank you.
Cheers.